morning, everybody. I am so sorry that I am late. Mercury Retrograde has hit. It has come through with a vengeance. So I didn't know if I was going to make it. So I'm so glad I was able to. Good morning, Tina. Hi, Meredith. Hi, Cindy. Good morning, Joe. Hello, everybody. Oh, my goodness. I got to have a sip. Today, I do need a little something in here. Good morning, Noel. Okay. Hi, Sheena. Good morning. Good morning. I don't know. So last night, so me and Susan Schuller, we happened to be on the exact same flight tonight, heading to Buffalo, New York. And so just randomly, we didn't plan that, which is really cool. But I go to book in. So the flight is at 10:30, right? And you have to do it 24 hours in advance. At 10:15, their website goes down. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. And so it's just been really funny. Mercury Retrograde is here. But, you know, that doesn't always mean it's a negative thing. But we're going to talk about what you need to know to survive this. Because tomorrow we've got the lunar eclipse. So, whew. But how cool is that? I am gonna be in Lilydale. So Lilydale for the lunar eclipse. Like, are you kidding me? There may be beams coming off the top of my head. So super excited. Thank you, Cindy. Yes, Sheena, right? Mercury, like be a little more creative. But I tell you, it's been a week. So, gosh, so much to talk about. Let's talk about the Mercury retrograde. Here's the deal. Yeah, Jody, thank you. I'm glad you got to make it. So it's the ideas, the energy is just going to get a little wacky. Now that energy goes across the board. The energy is going to be in communication. It is going to be in technology, circumstances. Things are just going to kind of get a little haywired. Websites, telephone communication, misunderstandings are rampant during this time. So here's the thing. Try not to be too quick in decision making during the Mercury retrograde. All right, we got till August 9th, I believe. So try not to be too quick-tempered. You're going to have to really exercise your patience because in general, you're going to feel the sensitivity. So, you know, the reason the energy goes out of whack is because it's powerful, all right? And then if you're sensitive to it, you react to it. You feel that energy. You feel that vibration. So you're going to get triggered a little more easily during this time. So in response to that, you got to try to exercise a bit of patience and a bit of reservation. So let's go over some things not to do. No responsive text if you've been drinking. If you've been drinking, you must put the phone away during Mercury retrograde. Do not pick up that phone if you have been drinking. Because I can assure you, you will probably send some text that you wake up the next day and go, OMG. Especially during a Mercury retrograde. All right? Now, when someone is talking to you, it could be your mom, it could be your best friend, it could be your relationship, whatever the case may be, I need you to listen to what they're saying. You have to be very present when listening, right? Then breathe and swallow before responding. Because again, this flow, it is going to be so high energy that you may start talking and responding, and then it starts to escalate before you can pull it back. So really hold on to your sense of patience, your sense of thought before responding. Also, with your electronics, back up your phone. I do not want to hear or see on Facebook that someone's phone completely went kaput and they didn't back it up, because I'm giving a fair warning. Back up your phone, back up your computer, back up everything. Because if it can break, this is the time it will break, okay? This is the time it will break. A couple other things. Don't quit your job right on the dime. It's not saying that Mercury retrograde, hi Eater, it's not saying that Mercury retrograde that you can't do anything, because you can. And sometimes it's actually a wonderful time to make certain decisions if you're feeling inspired, okay? Feeling inspired. But it is not the time to walk into the boss's office and tell them how much you've disliked working there the past year and walk out. Not the time. Don't do it right now. You got 3 weeks. Hang in there. August 10th, if you need to walk in, okay. But let's think before we speak. Let's think before we act. I'm telling you. Now, if you do have a job, a position, or just make sure you're dotting I's, crossing T's, because this can also be a time in which contracts can get a little fuzzy. It can be a little daunting. So double check contracts, double check insurance policies, all of those things that if you are signing up for them now. One of the things about Mercury retrograde that is positive, let's talk about positivity, is that it does create change, especially with this lunar eclipse happening. So I want you to imagine everything is getting washed out so that it gets reset to zero, cleansed, purged, brand new, and then we get to rebuild. So in that way, it's phenomenal. Whatever you need to get rid of, you get rid of, okay? This is the time to purge, but you just gotta purge with thought before action. Because sometimes, your emotions will get so heightened, you'll get so sensitive, so triggered, you're gonna take things personally. So you just want to be mindful of that going into these next few weeks. Here's the thing, let's set some intentions. The perfect, wonderful opportunity to sit there and set some intentions for yourself. What are you trying to bring in? What do you want to manifest? What do you want to let go of? All right? Because as you are mindful of these, then you can actually go ahead and put those out to the universe. Because during this retrograde with the lunar eclipse, oh my goodness, we have got it is like, think of the best stew cooking on the stove. It's the dead of winter, it's cold, and then you walk into the house and you smell this wonderful stew with grandma's favorite recipe in there. That's what this is like. That is what this is like, to marinate some good stuff for you coming in. Okay, so it's not all bad, it's just like, be careful bad. Like I said, what are the odds that the website for the flight goes down 15 minutes before I'm supposed to check in? It's gonna happen. So here's the other thing, stuff is gonna happen. It's gonna happen, I promise. I don't know of anyone who's ever escaped the Mercury retrograde unscathed. So, knowing it's gonna happen, don't get all emotional and upset about it. All right? Let yourself just go, all right, so the computer crashed. It's gonna be okay. The blue screen is up. It's gonna be fine. I'm just gonna turn it off for a few minutes. I'm gonna breathe. I'm just gonna walk away. Right? So give yourself time to, understand that things may go awry. You may have an argument with someone. We don't ever want that. Those are never fun. Nobody ever feels good about it. So, just try your best to be thoughtful and mindful of your words and your actions, okay? And if you mess up, you say you're sorry. Just say, I'm sorry. It was Mercury retrograde. But knowing we've got this, you know, you're going to feel that energy. You may have woken up. Maybe you didn't sleep well last night. You may not sleep that well tonight. You're going to feel the energy in the air. It's going to feel a little heavy in a way, right? You may feel a little bit of that heaviness. May feel a little thick. But again, it doesn't always mean that this is a negative change or a negative period, okay? It really could be a period of bringing in new opportunity, bringing in new change. My shoulder, oh God, yeah, geez. Dislocated shoulder does not sound like fun. So it's a great point though, Brandy. Let's be mindful and careful and self-loving of our physical bodies, of your emotional state, and of your spiritual connection. All right? Let's go ahead and be mindful of that. Be extra self-caring. Throw in some extra self-love over the next few weeks. Be very mindful of your negative self-talk, that mind chatter, because during the energy, everything is heightened. So all of your emotions are heightened, okay? Now, for the muggles of the world, because, you know, you got to live and work among them, the muggles of the world, they don't necessarily understand this energy that's going on with Mercury retrograde. So they're going to act out and they're going to be overly emotional, but they're not going to take responsibility because they don't know what it is. So this is up to you. If you do know, extend them an extra pass. Be a little extra loving towards them. Go, I know you don't know, but we have to work together, all right? We got to work together. We got to survive this together. But, you know, personally, you know, I didn't get too worried that the website went down. I was a little more like, you've got to be kidding me. And it's, you know, and with that, I just went to bed. I was like, well, I am just going to let go. So this is also a time to release, surrender, trust the universe, trust and let go of trying to control. All right? Because you may feel a tug of war, a tug of energy, a tug of emotions. Please, you know, just kind of go with this. But also, don't be afraid to manifest. Don't be afraid to let go. Don't be afraid to release. Embrace this opportunity here, because it really is an opportunity. Mercury retrograde is an opportunity. Be careful when you're driving. People just are going to be a little more irrational because they're quick. So what happens is people are thinking less, acting out more. All right? So it's up to us, up to you, up to me to just be mindful of our surroundings, other the people, the places, our settings, our environment, and go ahead and do everything you can to manifest your peace, okay? So there you go. Good, Riley. All right, so that is your inspirational talk for today. This is it. This is how to survive Mercury retrograde. But I am so excited because I am going to do Coffee with Colby tomorrow from Lilydale. I'll try to do some extra videos to send to you. And looking forward to it. Tonight on Live with Colby Rebel, Paul Selig, you guys. Please, please, please tune in, 5 p.m. I cannot believe, you know, he's going to be on the show. He's going to talk about his new book. So much gratitude for him to be on the show. And again, if you are in or near Lilydale, please come hang out with me this weekend. I am so excited. Awesome, Cindy. All right, you guys, have a beautiful day. All right? Remember to shine your light and shine it bright. I'll see you guys tomorrow from Lilydale. Bye, everybody.